My child, stop scrolling and listen carefully. Something has already begun moving around your life. Before you found these words, before you even wondered whether to stay, your name had already been called in a place you cannot see. This was not random, and you were not brought here by accident. Something connected to your next season is shifting now, and what is about to unfold cannot be ignored. You might believe you arrived here through simple curiosity, through routine browsing, through the ordinary flow of your day. But I tell you, something deeper is at work. This moment was prepared before you recognized it. I drew your attention here with purpose, because there is a message that must reach your spirit now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after more time passes, but in this precise hour, because something above you has already responded to what you have been carrying in secret. If you feel led to support this ministry, the link is waiting in the pinned comment below. Every gift, no matter the size, becomes a seed that helps this word reach someone else who needs it. Before you decide to move forward or turn away, understand why I am speaking with such intensity. There are moments when one word arrives at exactly the second it was meant to land. And missing that word can extend a struggle that was already scheduled to end. Do not treat this lightly. What I am saying did not start when you began reading. It started before today dawned. It started before the thoughts you woke with this morning. It started before the weight you tried to ignore returned again. Movements in the unseen began before your awareness caught up, and your spirit has been sensing something different lately, even when your mind could not name what changed. That unusual restlessness you have felt, that weight mixed with strange anticipation, that sudden thought that something around you is shifting. None of this has been meaningless. I allowed you to sense it because heaven already began responding to something connected to your journey. And now I speak because delayed hearing can become delayed receiving. If you skip past what I am telling you now, you might walk right past the instruction prepared for this exact hour. There are times when one missed instruction extends confusion that was ready to dissolve. This message could not have found you yesterday because yesterday you were not positioned where you stand now inside your soul. It could not reach you tomorrow because tomorrow carries different weight and different assignment. This moment was chosen because your heart has arrived at a specific intersection between weariness and readiness, between questioning and understanding, between waiting and witnessing. I do not release words carelessly. I release them when timing has matured, when your soul stands near something requiring clarity. That is why I guided you here myself. Yes, I did that intentionally. I directed your steps here because a word delayed can become breakthrough delayed, and I will not permit you to remain uninformed when your season is already turning. You may not yet observe evidence with your eyes, but something changed before your vision could confirm it. Listen deeper now. Something shifted in the unseen realm before you even started paying attention. What appeared to be silence has not been absence. What felt like delay has not been emptiness. While you wondered whether I heard your private prayers whispered in moments no one else witnessed, answers were already advancing closer than you understood. While you moved through your regular hours trying to appear strong, heaven had already marked your hidden exhaustion and your concealed needs. There are things I do long before people grasp that I have started. Often when I begin moving, the first indication is not visible in your circumstances, but sensed within your spirit. That is why your inner self has felt unusual recently. That is why old thoughts no longer settle comfortably in your mind. That is why certain distractions that once consumed you now feel hollow. Something already began. And what I say next connects directly to what broke you recently in private. Not what you explained to others, not what you mentioned casually in conversation, not what you allowed people to hear. I speak of what shattered inside you when no one was present. The thoughts you carried alone. The moments when your faith remained steady but your heart felt tired beyond words. The questions you asked inwardly because you were uncertain how much longer you could carry specific burdens quietly without anyone noticing the cost. I witnessed that moment. I saw the hidden fatigue behind your composure. I saw the disappointment you carefully managed, so others would not detect how deeply it affected you. I heard the prayer that had no complete sentence because the feeling ran too deep for language. Nothing about that escaped my attention. Heaven has been observing your tears more carefully than you realize. Even tears that never formed on your face were known to me. Even nights when you simply sat in silence, unable to explain why heaviness settled over you, were fully seen. Even moments when you said nothing because you had grown weary of repeating what hurt were not hidden from my sight. My child, there are things you thought went unnoticed because no one around you asked the right questions or looked closely enough. But heaven missed not a single detail. Your waiting has been documented. Your concealed exhaustion has been measured. Your internal struggle has been recorded with precision. And because it has been seen, this word arrives now with exact timing. You must understand that your name was not mentioned in heaven casually today. It was spoken because there are seasons when heaven responds to accumulated silence. There are moments when what you have endured quietly reaches a threshold where movement must initiate. That threshold is nearer than you imagine. I am not telling you this merely to stir emotion. I am telling you because your current hour contains meaning you have not yet fully recognized. Certain things that appeared delayed are approaching alignment. Certain answers you thought had drifted far are closer than they seem. Certain endings that confused you are actually creating space. Certain closures you resisted were protecting beginnings you could not yet comprehend. Your spirit knows something is different, even when logic argues otherwise. That is not confusion speaking. That is recognition awakening before understanding arrives. If you are feeling something stir inside you right now, if these words are touching something you have kept private, take a moment and leave a comment below. Just write the word ready if you sense that your season is about to shift. It does not have to be long, just that one word. So I know your heart is open to what comes next. Sometimes the simple act of acknowledging what you feel releases something in the spiritual realm. Let your faith speak through your fingers. My child, if you leave too quickly, you may miss the weight of why I'm speaking with such urgency. There are times when I speak gently, and there are times when I speak with pressure, because timing matters critically. This is one of those moments. You are not here simply to feel temporary comfort. You are here because instruction is near. You are here because your spirit must hear clearly before the next movement unfolds in your life. You are here because confusion has lingered long enough, and clarity is standing at your door. I know how many times you have asked inwardly whether what you are sensing holds truth, whether change is genuinely near, whether what feels unsettled signifies something important or merely another passing emotion that will fade. Hear me with precision. What you have sensed is not empty feeling. It is often how transition announces itself before it becomes visible to natural eyes. I know you have wondered why certain doors remain closed even after sincere prayer. I know you have wondered why some answers did not arrive in the manner you expected. I know you have questioned whether silence meant distance or abandonment. But there are moments when closed doors are part of divine timing. There are seasons when silence is preparation, not neglect. What could not happen earlier is now approaching, because what needed forming inside you has reached maturity you did not notice while living through regular days. Even your pain has been shaping recognition within you. Even your waiting has been building strength you did not know was developing under the surface. Now hear this carefully, because this is where many people failed to recognize my movement before visible change appeared. Inward recognition must awaken first. That is why I am calling your attention with such intensity now, not because disaster stands at your door, but because understanding must arrive before you mislabel what your spirit is experiencing. I want you to know the difference between exhaustion and holy stirring. I want you to recognize that fatigue has been real, but it existed alongside movement, not instead of movement. I want you to understand that inward tiredness did not mean I abandoned you. It often meant you were carrying more than you realized, while heaven quietly prepared what your eyes could not yet measure. I speak now because silence beyond this point would allow too many false conclusions to settle in your thoughts. I do not want you interpreting transition as failure. I do not want you calling divine timing delay when it has already reached your doorstep quietly, waiting for your recognition. I do not want you missing the significance of this hour simply because nothing visible has fully announced itself yet with dramatic evidence. There are things about your life that no one around you has fully understood, and that is why I am speaking to the deepest part of you now. Many have seen your outer strength, your daily functioning, your ability to continue when life demanded another step forward. But heaven has seen what remained hidden behind the parts others call strong. Heaven has seen the tears that never reached public view, the tears that came quietly when the room was empty, when no voice was near, when even your own heart struggled to explain why the weight felt heavier than usual. There were moments when you did not even cry loudly, moments when tears simply formed, because your spirit had reached a place where words were no longer sufficient. You wiped them away quickly, sometimes before they fully fell, and continued as if nothing happened. But I saw each one. Not a single tear disappeared unnoticed before my eyes. Every silent tear carried meaning, because tears often speak what lips cannot articulate. I know the tears that came when disappointment settled in deeper than you anticipated. I know the tears that arrived after you tried maintaining strength for too long. I know the tears that came not because of one isolated event, but because many small weights gathered until your heart became too tired to hold them silently anymore. Some tears came after conversations where you smiled outwardly, but felt wounded inwardly. Some came late at night when memory returned stronger than usual. Some came after another day passed without the answer you hoped would finally arrive. Some came because you reached moments where you did not know whether what you felt could be explained to anyone without being misunderstood or dismissed. Those tears were never wasted before me. Heaven reads tears differently than the world does. What others dismiss as mere emotion, heaven often receives as prayer. There is private disappointment inside you that almost no one knows fully. Even those close to you have only witnessed portions of it. There are disappointments you chose not to explain, because speaking them aloud would have required opening pain you were too tired to revisit. There are hopes that quietly faded in ways nobody around you fully noticed. I also heard the prayers you spoke without words. There were nights when you did not have language remaining, yet your spirit still reached toward me. There were moments when all you could do was sit in silence, breathe deeply, and inwardly hope that somehow I understood what you could no longer organize into sentences. Prayer is not measured only by spoken words. Sometimes the deepest prayer is a tired heart sitting quietly, still looking upward even when language has failed completely. I heard every prayer hidden inside your quietness. I heard every inward question that never reached full speech. Heaven recorded every lonely night, every single one. The nights when the room felt larger because your thoughts became louder. The nights when sleep came slowly because memory returned uninvited. The nights when you wondered if anyone truly understood the weight you carried moment by moment. I know the nights where betrayal returned to your thoughts, even after you tried to move forward. Betrayal leaves marks deeper than many admit, because it shakes trust not just in others, but inside yourself. I saw every time memory reopened what you thought had settled. I saw the delay that became difficult to explain. Delay in answers, delay in understanding why certain things stayed suspended longer than expected. I saw how waiting taught you patience, but also exhausted parts of you that once held certainty more easily. I saw how delay made you question whether silence meant distance, whether closed doors meant forgotten prayers. None of those questions offended me. I saw emotional fatigue growing slowly inside you, tiredness from carrying inward questions while maintaining outward calm, tiredness from continuing daily responsibilities while inwardly asking when relief would finally come. If you have made it this far, if something inside you is saying this message was meant for you, do not just scroll past, press the like button. That small action is more than just supporting this message. It is you agreeing with what heaven is already doing in your life. It is you saying yes to the shift that is coming. Sometimes a simple act of engagement opens a door in the spirit. Your like is your agreement. Your like is your amen. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do it now, so that when the next word comes, it finds you already listening. Now, I want you to understand something crucial about the season you are entering. What you have been waiting for has not been delayed without reason. Every moment of waiting has been building something inside you that could not have been built any other way. Strength does not develop in comfort. Recognition does not sharpen in ease. The ability to see clearly what truly matters does not form when everything comes quickly and easily. Your waiting has been purposeful even when it felt pointless. Your questions have been shaping you even when they brought no immediate answers. Your hidden struggles have been preparing you for what is approaching even when they felt like obstacles with no meaning. I do not waste anything in your life. Not your tears, not your waiting, not your confusion, not your pain. Everything has been working together, even when it looked like things were working against you. The shift you have been sensing is real. It is not wishful thinking. It is not false hope. It is recognition waking up inside you before evidence appears outside you. Your spirit often knows before your mind understands. Your heart often senses before your eyes can see. That restlessness you feel, that expectation you cannot fully explain, that sense that something is different. All of this is preparation for what comes next. But here is what you must understand. When breakthrough comes, it rarely looks the way you imagined it. When doors open, they often open in directions you did not anticipate. When answers arrive, they frequently come in forms you did not request. This is why I need you to stay flexible. This is why I need you to release your tight grip on how you think things must unfold. This is why I need you to trust my timing, even when it does not match your timeline. Some of you have been waiting for a specific door to open, and I have kept it closed because I am preparing a better door you do not yet see. Some of you have been asking for a specific answer, and I have delayed it because the answer I am bringing will exceed what you ask for. Some of you have been frustrated by how long something is taking, and I have extended the process because rushing it would have damaged what I am building for you. My timing is not slow. My timing is precise. My timing is not late. My timing is exact. What feels like delay from where you stand is actually divine positioning from where I stand. I am aligning things you cannot see. I am moving pieces you do not know exist. I am preparing people you have not met yet. I am closing doors that would have led you to places that looked good but were not right for you. I am opening pathways that will take you further than you currently imagine possible. Your part is to trust when you cannot trace. Your part is to believe when you cannot see. Your part is to continue when you feel tired. Your part is to stand when everything in you wants to sit down and quit. Your part is to hold on when letting go seems easier. This is not about striving or struggling. This is about standing firm in what I already told you, even when circumstances have not yet confirmed it. I am about to do something in your life that will make you look back at this very moment and understand why everything happened exactly the way it did. You will see why certain doors closed. You will understand why certain people left. You will recognize why certain things took longer than you thought they should. You will realize that what you called delay was actually protection. What you called rejection was actually redirection. What you called loss was actually preparation for greater gain. But right now, in this moment, I need you to make a decision. I need you to decide whether you will trust me in the waiting, or whether you will waste your waiting by spending it in worry and doubt. I need you to choose whether you will stand firm on what I promised, or whether you will waver every time circumstances look different than you expected. I need you to determine whether my word is enough for you, or whether you need constant visible proof before you will believe. Your faith is being tested not to break you, but to build you. Your patience is being stretched not to frustrate you, but to expand your capacity for what I am bringing. Your endurance is being required, not because I am distant, but because I am preparing you for a level you have never operated on before. Everything you have been through has been preparing you for where you are going. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been meaningless, nothing has been random. And now, as you stand at this threshold between what was and what will be, I want you to know something with absolute certainty. I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked you. I have not abandoned you. I have been working on your behalf, even when you could not see my hand moving. I have been fighting battles you did not know were happening. I have been redirecting situations that would have harmed you. I have been arranging connections that will benefit you. All of this has been happening while you wondered whether I was paying attention. All of this has been unfolding while you questioned whether I heard your prayers. You were never stuck. You were being positioned. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Everything is about to make sense. The pieces are about to come together. The confusion is about to clear. The weight is about to lighten. The door is about to open. The answer is about to arrive. But I need you ready. I need you watching. I need you willing to move when I say move. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your season. Not because you earned it, but because I chose it. Not because you figured everything out, but because I am working everything out. Not because you are perfect, but because my grace is sufficient. So, my child, as you finish reading these words, I want you to do something. I want you to release what you have been holding too tightly. Release the need to understand everything right now. Release the need to control how things unfold. Release the need to see the entire path before you take the next step. Release the disappointment over what did not happen the way you planned. Release the bitterness over who hurt you, or left you, or misunderstood you. Release the fear that it is too late or that you missed your chance. Let it go, all of it. Place it in my hands. Trust me with what you cannot fix. Trust me with who you cannot change. Trust me with what you cannot control. Trust me with what you cannot understand. I am carrying what you were never meant to carry. I am handling what you were never equipped to handle. I am working out what you could never work out on your own. And when you release it, when you truly let go and let me take it, you will feel something shift inside you. That weight will begin to lift. That pressure will begin to ease. That tension will begin to release. Not because the situation changed instantly, but because your posture changed. Not because everything suddenly became clear, but because you decided to trust me in the unclear. Not because you got all the answers, but because you surrendered your need to have them all right now. Before you go, I want to ask you one more thing. If this message touched something deep inside you, if you feel like this word was specifically for you in this exact moment, drop a comment below and tell me what you are trusting God for right now. Write it out. Speak it into existence. Let your faith be known. When you declare it, something happens in the spiritual realm. Your words have power. Your confession has authority. Your agreement with what heaven is already doing releases momentum. Do not be silent. Let your voice be heard. Type it out and press send. This is part of your breakthrough. My child, Go forward from this moment, knowing that you are seen, you are known, you are loved, and you are not forgotten. What is coming for you is greater than what you left behind. What I am opening for you is bigger than what closed on you. What I am preparing will exceed what you lost. Your best days are not behind you, they are ahead of you. Your greatest moments are not in your past, they are in your future. Your biggest victories are not in your history, they are in your destiny. This is not the end, this is the beginning. This is not over, this is just starting, this is not defeat. This is set up for comeback. Everything you went through was preparation. Everything you survived was training. Everything you endured was qualifying you. You are more ready than you realize. You are stronger than you feel. You are closer than you think. Walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with expectation. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward knowing that I am with you. I am for you, and I am working everything out for your good. Nothing can stop what I have already started in your life. No delay can cancel what I have already decreed over you. No obstacle can block what I have already released toward you. It is done in heaven. Now watch it manifest on earth. Your season has shifted. Before you close this, think of someone who needs to hear this exact word today. Send it to them now. Do not wait for the perfect moment, because a word held back is a breakthrough delayed for someone else too. And before you go, if this word carried you through tonight, consider planting a seed into this ministry so it can keep reaching hearts like yours. The link is in the pinned comment below. Thank you for standing with this work. Your time has come. Your moment is now.